Hi, my name is Espresso and I'm responsible for the education at Johan Nyström. Today I want to show you how to calibrate your espresso. This is a fundamental part to be able to create the best taste experience for your guests. When we want to brew a delicious espresso, we have to understand how this handcraft works. We have to have fresh roasted specialty coffee, a good grinder, and a good espresso machine. Then we can think about this as cooking food. We have to understand the recipe and create a balanced and delicious taste. But how do we do that? We can think of three important factors: amount of coffee in, amount of coffee out, and total brewing time. Start by putting your portafilter on the scale and then tare. Take the portafilter and grind a dose of coffee. Check that it is the right amount. We recommend 18 to 20 grams of coffee. If it's too much, you have to decrease the time on the grinder. If it's too less, you have to increase the time on the grinder. Next step is to tamp the coffee. Slightly level the coffee with the palm of your hand and tamp until you feel an even resistance. Before you start brewing the espresso, you have to be able to secure that you get the right amount of espresso out. Do this by putting a scale under the group head, put a cup on it and tare it. Now, let's continue. Put the portafilter into the group head. Remember to start the brew cycle directly, so you don't get a burnt taste to your coffee. Your aim is to get 40 to 43 grams of espresso out in the cup. We recommend you to have a total brewing time between 20 and 35 seconds, depending on which kind of coffee you use. When you're using a Mava machine, the time is preset. When you change the grind size, you change the volume instead of the time. So larger grind size means that you get more volume in the cup. Smaller grind size means that you get less volume in the cup. It's also important to remember that a grinder is mechanic. Therefore, you have to take 1 to 2 doses of coffee out after you change your grind size. If you don't do this, you will not be able to get the correct effect of your changed grind size. What do we look at to know that the espresso we are serving are by the highest standards? The amount of coffee in, the amount of coffee out, and the total brew time. You can also look how the espresso tail looks like. It should run in an even and smooth way. It's also important to look at the crema. The crema should be intact. The thickness differs depending on which coffee we use. The final step is the most important one, to taste espresso. Hopefully you find the same taste notes that the roaster has written down on the package. Good things to remember for your continuing work with espresso. Flush the group head after that you remove the portafilter. Clean the filter basket with a dry towel before you grind any new coffee into it. Look how the espresso is pouring. If it's too slow or fast, remember to adjust the grind size. Keep the machine clean, the steam ones clean, the tray and your work area in front of the grinder free from coffee. Keep the hopper at least 50% full. A good rule is to taste espresso from time to time to secure that you serve the best coffee possible. Thanks for watching. I hope this video will help you serve even better coffee.